What's up? Got my smoker lit. I'm gonna get into the top bar hive today. It is the last day of June. July's almost here. See how these girls are doing. See how much brood she's got on new frames. Last weekend we checked it. She had brood on I think 6 frames. So we'll see where she's at this weekend. See if we can spot her. And just kind of see how the whole hive's doing. See how far across each top bar they got some of those combs. So we'll get the hive open and get started here. Alright, all suited up, ready to go. Alright, so they were building comb on the 7th frame. That was the smallest one they did. So we'll just pop the 6th frame out and work forward from there. So that's frame 6. You can see they're working mostly on nectar storage on that frame. So let's see real quick here how close I can get this without. Pretty cool. So they've got all the bars propylized to the side of the hive already. So they're all stuck to the sidewall. Luckily, I don't think any of our comb is stuck to the sidewall yet. Oh wow. That was actually stuck a little bit. That is heavy. So that is full of nectar. You can see it's got a lot of cool pollen and stuff on it too. You can kind of see the pollen in that bottom corner there. But they've already got capped and sealed nectar on this frame, so I'll kind of just go through the next couple frames real quick and we'll just see if we can't locate the queen and go from there. So she has got brood all over this frame. So this frame is completely drone brood. That's all drone brood. And of course, capped nectar at the top. Do not see her on there. Boy, it's hard to tell if they've got these things sealed to the sidewall or not. Don't think they do. Another frame they're going to draw brood on. She's got brood all over the middle of this frame. So it's just that one frame was the drones. Now we're into her normal brood. I still haven't found her yet. But they definitely have these things set up to start going crazy here as soon as more bees start hatching. As soon as we get more bees in this hive, it's really going to take off. Frame is packed with brood. All normal brood, not drone. I think there might be 1 or 2 drone cells in there. Still no queen. So still not quite all the way across the hive yet. Still working towards that other side. But starting to take the shape of the top bar hive. So you can see they're down to the bottom on this side on my right and working their way across. They haven't reached the left side yet, but it's taking the shape of the hive now. So see if we can't find that queen real quick. No queen, but again, brood everywhere, so that's good stuff. You can also see on this frame the bee tunnels at the top of the frame. So those are the tunnels that they use to travel back and forth in the top bar hive. You can see bees going in and out of them even while I'm holding the frame here. Oh, there she is. She is at the very top of the frame right now. Just going up towards the bee tunnel. She's looking really healthy. We know she's obviously doing pretty well. So we'll get her back in the hive. Nice to find her. girls. Another brood frame. She's definitely got lots of brood. And another brood frame. Again, you can see it taking shape, just not quite halfway across yet and working its way towards the other side. But all of these frames have capped nectar at the top of them that they're using for the brood. I do also have to say there is definitely more calmness when I'm in this hive. The bees don't really ever come out of it other than when I get into each frame. Like right now, there's maybe a couple flying in and out of the hive from the top. They kind of just stay a little more mellow while you're in there, and you're just handling one frame at a time. You're not into the whole entire top box, so I think that helps keep them calmed down a little bit. So that's kind of cool. This frame is all nectar and pollen. It's at the front of the hive. So that's, as they bring their resources in, they're storing them away here and letting the other bees move them back to the frames they belong on. So I'm gonna leave that front piece in there. It's basically the same thing as this one. It's all nectar and pollen that the bees are bringing in. So they definitely have a ton of resources right now. Definitely ready to get going. They just need some of these bees to start hatching. We're at day 21, I think. So probably starting tomorrow and moving forward, she'll start having bees hatch out of these frames, which will give her the resources to build more comb and kind of get the speed of the hive picked up. As she laid brood across this, she's going to have them start coming out in sequence. So should really pick up pace here. That'll also give her room to go back and lay back into those frames. So that'll let her pick up a little more speed also. So looks like it's doing great. We'll button it up and let the girls get back to work. See you, everybody. I'm back. We weren't done yet. I actually went and checked the other hives real quick while I had the smoker going and all my stuff on. The split is just going crazy. There's, I don't know, 40,000 bees in there probably. Every frame was packed from one side to the other with brood. The queen's doing awesome. I found her. That thing is going to explode. They're already putting comb on the honey super. I did leave all empty frames up there, so they have to draw out their entire honey super. So that'll be a lot of work for them this summer, but that'll help me resource the other hives if they don't pack away enough honey after we take the honey out of the flow frames. Then I can take some of those drawn combs and put them into the other hives for the winter. So I'll kind of use that as a resource. But that hive's definitely going to be fine for the winter. We may even harvest some honey out of it this summer. I did check the hive on the left, I think raspberry, that's going really slow, and she has brood on half of the frames. I didn't find her. She was in the lower box, I think. But they are bringing nectar in now. The honey super is starting to fill up from the middle out, so I think they just slowed down a little. There was a couple supersedure cells. I just don't know if they're left over from springtime or if maybe she's getting weak. They're thinking about replacing her, which if that happens, it happens. I'm leaving it alone, and the bees can figure out what they need to do if they need to replace that queen. So the hive on the right, Queen Ruby, not even touching it. That thing is crazy. The honey super is almost full. We might harvest it before we go to Alaska. We'll see if they get it capped in time. So if not, we'll definitely be harvesting it when we get back from Alaska. So all the hives are just going gangbusters. It was fun to get into them. I haven't been into them a whole lot this summer. That's why I haven't seen too many videos. Definitely had fun getting into this one. It's nice being in the shade. It's about 92 right now, and those 3 hives are all in the sun. So it's kind of nice getting into this one. They stay calm, I stay cool. So it's just going to be fun to kind of see where this thing goes from here. So I'm going to close this thing up and probably not touch the hives until we get back from Alaska. So they're going to get probably a good 4 solid weeks of just getting stuff done and doing their thing. So we will see what they look like when we get back. See if we get that honey harvested in the one hive before we leave. If not, we'll do a quick video on it when we harvest it. So see you guys. Have a good summer.